Hello everyone, I'm Renu and our today's topic is figures of speech. In this video, we'll learn what are figures of speech, why do we use them, their classification and detailed study of resemblance-based figure of speech. They are mainly four: simile, metaphor, personification and apostrophe. So, what we are going to cover in this video? Figures of speech, definition with example, why do we use them, their classification and detailed study of resemblance based figure of speech. They are mainly four: simile, metaphor, personification and apostrophe. We'll learn in detail what is simile, metaphor, personification and apostrophe. A figure of speech is a word or phrase that is used to produce character fact. Means it's a word or phrase that is used to make a sentence more beautiful, more effective. Let's take few examples to understand them much betterly. Examples for figure of speech. To explain figure of speech, I'm presenting few examples. I have butterflies in my stomach. It's very beautiful example. How can anyone could have butterflies in his or her stomach? So butterflies in my stomach, it is a phrase and it means to get nervous. One who is in the situation of nervousness, he or she could say, I have butterflies in my stomach. So what is the role of figures of speech? Actually, it's a word or phrase that is used to make a sentence more beautiful, to make a language more beautiful and effective. Second example, she is as busy as bee. So here, as you can see in this picture, she is as busy as bee means one who is very busy, handling more than one task at a single time. So he or she could say कि I am as busy as bee. Now it's time to learn their classification. Mainly, figure of speech have been divided into four parts. They are resemblance-based figure of speech, contrast-based figure of speech, association-based figure of speech, and construction-based figure of speech. So there are four classification. We can divide them into four parts. They are resemblance-based, contrast-based, association-based, and construction-based. In this video, we'll cover resemblance-based figure of speech, and they are four: simile, metaphor, personification, and apostrophe. So in this video, we'll cover these four figures of speech. What is simile? Actually, simile is a comparison between two different objects. A comparison is made between two different objects which have at least one point common, and the words of comparison like, so, as, such are used to show the comparison. Let's take examples to understand simile much betterly. He is as timid as a rabbit. This is a beautiful example of simile. He is used for any male person, is as timid as a rabbit. So comparison is made between a person and rabbit that are totally different but having same quality. One quality is same in both, and that is timid. Timid, one who easily could afraid. Next example. Her cheeks are red like a red rose. Here, a comparison is made between two different objects. One, the cheeks of any girl, and second one is rose. But both are red in color, so a comparison is made between two different objects and words of comparison like is used. Another example for simile. Life is as tedious as twice told story. So here again we have two different objects and we have words of comparison, that is as. Life is as tedious as twice told story. A comparison is being made between two different objects and words of comparison are also being used. So these are the example of simile. What is simile? Actually, simile is a comparison between two different objects which have one quality common, and words of comparison like show, like so, such, as are used to show the comparison. Metaphor. What is metaphor? In metaphor, a comparison is made between two different objects. This time also we made a comparison between two different objects which have at least one point common. But this time words of comparison are not used. This time we make a direct comparison. We do not use any word to show the comparison. Words of comparison like so, as, like, such, these are the words of comparison. So in simile and metaphor, in both we make comparison between two different objects which have one quality same, but in simile we use the words of comparison to show the comparison. But in this we do direct comparison. We do not use any word to show the comparison. One very popular example for metaphor is the camel is the ship of desert. So here in this sentence a direct comparison is being made. A direct comparison is being made. The camel is being called the ship of desert. Another example for metaphor is the moon is white balloon. Here the color of the moon is white, so he is being compared. The moon is being compared with the balloon. The calm lake was a mirror. Here the news was dagger to his heart. In these two examples also a direct comparison is being made without showing the words of comparison. The calm lake was a mirror, so the lake was such a calm and clean, so it is being compared with the mirror. And in second sentence, the news was dagger to his heart, means the news was very awful, one cannot tolerate it, so it is being compared with the dagger. Dagger is a sharp knife. So here the news was such awful, one cannot tolerate it, so it is directly being compared with the dagger. Now we'll study what is the difference between simile and metaphor. What is the mainly different between both? In simile, we use comparison words, means we make comparison in both simile as well as in metaphor, both. But in simile, we use words of comparison. But in metaphor, we make direct comparison. Okay, so what is the difference between both? Both make comparison, but metaphor is a direct comparison, while in simile we use words of comparison to show the comparison. Next one is personification. What is in personification? In personification, inanimate things or ideas are spoken as having life and intelligence. In this figure of speech, inanimate, non-living things and ideas are shown like they are living, and they are having intelligence. Sometimes trees and animals are shown like the human beings. Sometimes the quality of trees and animals are shown or presented like the qualities of human being. Let's take the example to understand much betterly. My alarm clock yells at me to get out of bed every morning. My alarm clock. So here the alarm clock yells. Yells means to shout. So it is not possible for a thing to shout. So here a thing that is alarm clock is shown, is representing like the quality of human being. Personification, the cow jumped over the moon. So here in this sentence, the cow jumped over the moon means the cow laughed too much, and it is not possible to laugh for a cow. So here again an animal is represented like a human being. It is showing the quality of human being. Next example that I have taken, lightning dance across the sky. So here lightning is dancing and that is not possible. So what is the rule of this figure of speech? In this figure of speech, inanimate things or animals or trees are shown like the human beings. They show the quality of human being. One more example. And then one day the boy came back and tree shook with joy. Here the tree is showing happiness and it is not possible to present the feeling, to show the feeling for a tree. So in these three sentences, either thing or animal or tree are representing like the quality of human being. And what is in this figure of speech? In this figure of speech, inanimate things or ideas are shown as they are having life. What is personification? In personification, we show non-living things or ideas like they are having human qualities. Apostrophe. What is an apostrophe? In apostrophe, direct address to the dad, to the absent or to the personified object or ideas is made. It's a direct address to dad, to the absent or to the personified object or ideas. Milton, thou shouldest be living at this hour. So here the author William Wordsworth is calling to Milton directly and Milton is now no more. So what is an apostrophe? It's a direct address to the absent, to the inanimate or to the dad. Next example, O solitude, where are the charms? So here the poet is directly calling to the solitude and it's an abstract thing. Next one, O pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth. So here again the writer is directly calling to the non-living things. Oh pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth. So here in these three sentences, the author or writer is directly calling to the dad, to the absent or to the inanimate. So this is the rule of apostrophe. What is apostrophe? It's a direct calling, direct address to the inanimate things, non-living things or absent things. Next example, it's very beautiful and popular example of apostrophe. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So here in this sentence, the poet is directly calling to the stars and stars are not listening. Okay, so it's a direct address to inanimate things. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So here which figure of speech is used? That is apostrophe. I hope all the figures of speech are clear to you. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please do like and share our videos and do not forget to subscribe our channel.